Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Saturday morning. Some boxing talk with Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. And we're here to discuss the head honcho over at Top Rank Boxing and ESPN. Bob Arum, the CEO, the president, the big guy over at Top Rank, says that he's eyeing a Lomachenko comeback fight against Masayoshi Nakatani. And Nakatani's definitely gained notoriety and popularity amongst hardcore boxing fans after giving Teofimo a little bit of trouble and giving Felix Verdejo a little bit of hell. So Nakatani coming off a high right now, you know. Fight fans, hardcores, have changed their mind on where Nakatani ranks amongst the other lightweights, and he is perceived to be a tough fight. Nakatani was a name thrown around at Devin Haney and his father Bill Haney when we had them on the show. Many of our listeners would comment or super chat, why not fight Nakatani? And I always thought that didn't make sense, being as though Nakatani is with Top Rank. So this makes sense. Lomachenko, Nakatani, two Top Rank fighters, two Teofimo, Lopez, hashtag the takeover victims. And it's a good comeback fight for Lomachenko to see where he's at, because we know Nakatani has decent power. We know he's tall, long, and awkward. And, you know, if it was a matter of Teo is just that much better, it will show in this fight, and Loma would get a win over Nakatani, possibly without suffering any sort of adversity. Now, I can't really guarantee that, being as though we seen that Teo had to figure some things out during that fight and put it all together. And again, Felix Verdejo, once upon a time considered a heavily touted prospect, could not figure those things out and put it together. And, you know, he received the loss for that matter. So it's not one of those fights, in my opinion, that Loma can just walk into without fully focusing on what it is that he wants to do and how he's going to get this quote-unquote win, because Nakatani gave those two guys trouble. He really gave those two guys trouble. One maybe a little more trouble than the other, but he's definitely got my hardcore boxing antennas up. Like, oh, Nakatani? Okay, who's he fighting? Oh, wow, he's fighting Loma? Oh, wow, this is a fight that I'm interested in. Again, for me, a notorious Lomachenko detractor, Loma I always thought was too small, and he was better suited at the 126s and 22. Stay down there, but once he started moving up to dudes that are struggling and fighting their way down to the division that they fight at, I knew that it would be an issue. And I think Nakatani is that same issue. Even though he's not this fantastic name, right? His name doesn't resonate with all the casual fans. He's going to surprise us on this night, man. He's just freakishly big for the division. Nakatani, again, with Teo, we kind of gave Teo an excuse, right? Not the haters. The haters definitely said Nakatani, Teo struggled with Nakatani. Whatever negative thing they could say, they found the way to say it. But some of us gave Teo a pass in the sense that we wrote it off as he couldn't get up for Nakatani. Who is Nakatani? Oh, that only happened because it was Nakatani, right? So that was Nakatani's coming out party, though. He made a name for himself that night. So Felix Verdejo, Ishmael Salas, they were on notice when they got the call to fight Nakatani, because they're like, well, damn, he gave Teo some trouble. Now, they could have had the same thought. Well, he couldn't get up for him. He didn't know who it was. But now, having the results to that fight with Felix Verdejo, Team Loma cannot go into this fight saying to themselves, oh, well, Teo took him lightly because he's an unknown name, and Verdejo took him lightly because he's an unknown name. Or Verdejo isn't on the level of me and Teo. I don't think they could go into it like that. I think this guy Nakatani isn't done surprising us. And I won't be surprised if he scores a knockdown and still loses, right? Because Loma's good, but he's small. So, Loma's the favorite, man. He's the favorite. The money is with Loma, right? Like, Bob had no issue paying Loma $3 million multiple times for different fights, right? And he's finding all the trouble in the world to pay Teo anything near that. So I say all that to say that I don't foresee Loma getting a loss. I think they're going to make sure he don't get a loss, but they cannot help him or save him from an ass whooping or an upset or being surprised. And I think that is what Nakatani... I mean, look at his box rec, guys. He doesn't even look like he's here. Oh, fuck. I always forget that I can't just do that anymore. He doesn't even look like a threat. He looks so calm and like, hey, can I get you a refill kind of guy? You know what I mean? Look, I'm just keeping it real. He doesn't look like this killer that's about to kill anyone. And I think that's his advantage. His advantage is that he doesn't look like a killer and that people do sleep on him. And, they end up in a bad predicament. Will Loma make that mistake, being as though it's been done twice, right? Say what you want, Teo took him lightly. Say what you want, Verdejo took him lightly. Maybe Verdejo isn't that skilled, and we've been seeing that throughout his career. But damn, I want to believe that a guy like Verdejo, who's been trained now by Ricky Marquez and Ishmael Salas, gets, definitely special treatment from Top Rank, gets to use the Top Rank gym, gets fantastic sparring. I just want to say he didn't put it together on that night. I just want to say that. Maybe he didn't put it together on that night. He had all the tools, but he just didn't put it together. I don't know that Nakatani is more skilled than Verdejo or just has more will and power over a Verdejo. For me, that can possibly be what is going on. Nakatani's a guy that is ready to change his family's life with one win, and he's one win away from doing that. I mean, he's become a name amongst us hardcores. I mean, the fact that they were throwing this name at Bill Haney to have him face Devin Haney just says it all. It really does. I would have loved for Haney to be in this position. I would have loved for it to be Haney and Loma giving us what they were supposed to give us, and hence, legitimizing Devin Haney. If he could get the win, it definitely legitimizes that WBC belt. Possibly it'll get Teo from talking negatively, I think, of Devin. But yeah, again, fantastic fight if they can make it. Now, again, Bob is saying he's only eyeing this one, but they're looking at a comeback fight in the summer. Hopefully they can put it together, because I'm with you, B-Dog. Nakatani might bring that heat to Loma. Tall man, very, very tall man, very strong guy. 5'11 and a half, which is crazy because he definitely looks like 6 feet. Let me see what they got Teo ranked at. Teo is a 5'8". You see what I'm saying? Those 3 inches looked massive against Teo. Like, Nakatani looked way taller than only 3.5 inches. And Verdejo, also 5'9". Let me see if I can find some pictures of Verdejo side by side with Nakatani. See how he looked next to him. Or maybe I should do it backwards, right? Maybe I should fucking Google Nakatani's name and see what images come up with him, because he's the one. See, look at this, bro. Whoa. Just whoa. Look at this. I mean, this is the side by side. This is the one I want to show. Look at this. Hold on. I know I'm not showing it yet. I'm still saying look at this. Now, check this out. This was Teo, bro. This was Teo versus Nakatani. Look at the height difference between Teo and Nakatani. That's huge. That is huge right there. Now, let's see if we can find Nakatani Verdejo. Okay, that's the fight. We need a side-by-side weigh-in pick for Nakatani Verdejo. No Verdejo. Let me see. Where are you? Nothing there? Damn. Really? Let's see if it comes up. If we do Verdejo. Okay. Side by side right here. What we got? Verdejo looked a little bigger. So Verdejo's 5'9". Definitely looked a little bigger than Teo's 5'8". Right? That looks completely... No more? Only one pick? Damn, y'all. What's up with y'all? Only one pick. Let's see if they got anything else on the searches. Searches. Do we have another weigh-in pick? And it's funny because to me, I get wrapped up in the height. I'm going to just go ahead and say that. I get wrapped up in the height, and then you get those small fighters on that we interview, and they're like, man, height don't mean nothing, or you get good fighters that tell you height don't mean nothing. I don't know. I think height means a lot, you know. But there are no more side-by-sides. That's the best we can do. This is a YouTube video, and it's probably the full weigh-in, so we don't want to click on that. But Nakatani definitely tall, man. Definitely tall, and can cause some serious issues with that height, as he did for not only Teo, but Verdejo as well, man. So, interesting fight. I do like this fight. I do hope Top Rank can make this, because if not Nakatani, right, then who? Realistically, too. Like, yeah, Loma Devin sounds fantastic. But are we going to get a Dazn fight with a top-ranked fighter? You know, is that realistic? Can we really pull that off? Is Bob going to, this version of Bob Arum anyway, is he going to play well with others, right? Will he let this happen if it's some sort of cross promotion? Because here we're showing you the champions at 130. Ring Magazine obviously being Teofimo, the one. Across the board, he's the champ in every division. And then you got your number ones across the board. Universal ring number one is Vasyl. And Nakatani's number 9 on the ring. Now, going across the board, Vasyl's number 2 in the WBO. He's number 5 in the IBF. He's number 1 under Ryan Garcia, the interim champion, Devin Haney, the regular champion, and Teofimo, the super champion. So in the 135-pound division, the WBC officially has the same amount of champions as the WBA, because Rolando Romero is some sort of an interim champion. Gervonta Davis is the 135 regular, and obviously our friend Teofimo Lopez is the super. But Vasyl number 2 in the WBA and number 1 in the WBC. So universally, Vasyl is ranked at least top 5 with all the sanctioning bodies, and Masayoshi ranked what looks like top 10 in a few sanctioning bodies. 7 in the WBC, which is very good and kind of dangerous because he's almost working his way back out of Teofimo shot. 10 in the IBF, 5 in the WBO, and he's 9 in the ring. He did not choose to be ranked in the WBA, and I understand him, man. He's probably like, man, you guys got a mess in every one of your divisions, you know, not just this one, so why fuck with it? But it's a decent fight. Masayoshi is ranked, and he's credible. He's a fighter that I want to see again. No bullshit. So I really like this fight. Can Bob make both of these fighters happy enough to go through with it? I hope so. I hope so, man. You know, I really do hope he can make them both happy enough to go through with it. Mike Caps, buenos dias. Mike, you in Toronto, right, man? I think you in Canada. Who else we got? Uh-oh, shout out to the West Coast waking up early. My man, Mr. Top Rank, buenos dias. Savant, what's goody good? Ghetto Matt, Candy Slim. What up? Jeff in Nova Scotia, what's goody? Who else out here? Uh-oh, Lids Low, Decatur, Georgia. What up, what up? Who else rocking out with us? B-Dog. What up? GB. Ignorant Boxing. What up? Uriel. Que lo que. Y en inglés. Solid gold. Showing that age right there. Yo, but listen, man. Number to call in if you want to call in and you want to give us your opinion on this. You want to let me know how you feel about this matchup. You can. The number's at the top of the screen, but if you can't read, it is 1-425-569-5241. Maybe you're driving, you can't read that. Now you're listening through the speakers of your car, and you can actually use your hands free to go ahead and call in. Early morning, spontaneous Saturday show, so we do understand. It is Saturday. People just waking up. I'm an early bird, and that bird is getting the worm, is all I'm saying. But you can also hit us up on Skype. Add Nesta Gibbs on Skype. Be part of the conversation. If you want to voice your opinion, you can do so by adding Nesta Gibbs on Skype. Yo, Mr. Top Rank, we ain't got no employees, man. We waiting for you to join the squad, man. You know what I'm saying? We need a few good men on the panel, man. A few good men. We need some co-hosts on the panel, man. Get some boxing discussion going back and forth, man. Big round table, you know? Good morning, Dead Game Boxing. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Oh, he said Loma gonna beat the Rona out of him. I thought you said Loma gonna get the Rona right before the fight. Cause that almost sounds possible. Let me tell you, this is not an easy fight, gentlemen. This is not an easy fight. And again, if Loma can go in there and make this look easy, he kind of gets his name back, right? Because we seen Teofimo struggle, and we definitely seen our good boy Verdejo struggle, man. You know, ignorant boxing, you could always be a co-host, man. You ain't got to show your face, champ. You know what I'm saying? You hit every day. You know what I'm saying? Morehouse. Look, Morehouse is there. Morehouse he's practicing. He's getting ready. He wants to join, and I'm going to give him a shot. I'm going to give my man from up north a shot, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I just want to talk boxing every motherfucking day. You know what I mean? I just want to talk boxing every fucking day. It's a little bit hard for people to match my hustle because I'm spontaneous. I might wake up and then like only give you 30 minutes and be like, yo, I think I'm going to do this show. Because that's what I do. I don't talk other sports. So like when something moves me, and I have the time, family permitting, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Riff King, get your non-member ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, you can't bring somebody back that left. They want to come back. They know where the door at, champy champ. What you want me to do? I didn't leave. So, if you want back on the world's greatest boxing podcast, you know where to come, man. It's right here. We here. We talk boxing 7 days a week, multiple times a day, man. That's just what I love to do. It's not competition. It's just what I love to do. Hell yeah, Savant. If Loma struggles, I don't know that it could hurt his stock since we've already seen, Masayoshi just kind of make everybody struggle with him, right? Like, simple. But yeah, let me go out to David Maldonado, New York City. He's a Teofimo lover right now, so we gonna hear what he got to say in reference to the two Teofimo victims. Remember that this is a great fight, but Teofimo beat both of these fighters. So when we get into those back and forth debates about, what'd he do? All he did was fight Loma. Remember that you're excited about him fighting, about a Teofimo victim fighting another Teofimo victim, man. So yeah, we got to give him a little bit more credit for these wins. But let's go out to the sponsors. We're gonna open up the phone lines.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Twin in Orlando, I have no clue what you mean. Skype is definitely open. I got the landlord rocking out with us right now. He's been on there from the very beginning. So if you want on Skype, all you got to do is add Nesta Gibbs, call in. Yeah, man, we on the same conversation. Let me see. Is it frozen or something? Oh, maybe that's why. He there though, but whatever. Okay, maybe you're right. Skype looking a little frozen right now. What the fuck? Yeah, nah, he ain't lying, y'all. All right, so we're gonna have to get some sort of Yeah, you ain't lying, champ. I'm going to open it right back up. He said I won't be calling, just letting you know. All right, champ, we going out to some more sponsors.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
All right. Callers, New York City, Maldonado, what it do?
What he done to the boxing world to be number 1 in the junior weight division.
Yo, good morning, brother.
Good morning.
Hello?
Yep.
Yo, if I'm not correct, I gave you this news a couple of days ago, but it wasn't signed and sealed. But I'm not gonna send you something in your DM if it's not real. I'm glad this fight is happening though, man, because Nakatani proved he's a pretty good fighter. I don't think Lomachenko is gonna beat him easily. I think Loma is gonna beat him, but it's gonna be a hard fight. He might even possibly touch the deck in that fight. You know, sometimes a person's win could look better. Like example, Mayweather's win over Canelo looks crazy right now. You know what I mean? And Teofimo's win over Nakatani looking pretty good right now too. And if Nakatani, if Lomachenko wins, I would like to see Lomachenko and Richard Comey next. What you think about that?
Nah, man, I don't think Loma got to keep going backwards. So he going to fight every past TO opponent to earn a TO shot? No, that don't make sense. Like, I don't think he's going to get a TO shot, though. He's not getting the shot. And what exactly is he fighting Comey for? We don't even know if Comey is going to win. I'm picking him to lose tonight, FYI.
You think he's going to lose?
Bro, you sleeping on Jackson, man. Jackson outboxed the fuck out of Romero, and they robbed him. That was a robbery, man. That was a blatant robbery.
Yeah, but Romero's not Comey, though, man. Romero's...
Yo, bro,
like
what is you talking about? What did you talk? Who has Comey beat? What did he do? Where's this
What did he do? He stopped Ray Beltran. He stopped Ray Beltran. And Ray Beltran is the last guy that went the distance.
Beltran is older than my grandfather. Beltran is older than my grandfather. He went 12 rounds with Crawford. And before Beltran was even fucking a champion, he was getting pounded by Manny for like 10 years, bro. You overrating Beltran.
But listen, Beltran, I'm not saying he's a great fighter, but he's durable. He proved he's durable. He went 12 rounds with Bud Crawford.
But durable at the back end of his career. Gamboa went 12 rounds with Tank and Haney. That don't mean shit. Absolutely shit. It don't mean shit. Those are just old dudes that are veterans that know how to survive. Beltran, man, you tripping, bro.
We gotta put respect. We gotta put respect on Richard Comey's name.
Beltran got a gifted belt because he was with Top Rank. He fought for a fucking vacant, just like every Top Rank fighter. And then they stole his belt by putting him right in with like Pedraza or Loma or somebody. Please, bro.
Okay, but let's get back to Comey though. Comey got robbed against your man Robert Easter.
No, he didn't. I was there. No, he didn't. That was a tight fight, and Robert did more. He did more. Comey wasn't no killer back then. And FYI, didn't Comey fucking lose to Shakakov too? Wasn't he in a tight ass?
That was a robbery too.
Everything's a robbery.
He got robbed against Shakakov.
Tell your man do more. How about that? Tell him to do more. He sound like fucking Carlos Molina back in the day. Robbery, every fight.
I'm telling you, man.
Do more.
I'm telling you, Comey. I got Comey for the knockout tonight, man. Something tells me that he's gonna come out strong and get a TKO, man. I'm telling you.
All right, we'll see.
That's sleeping on Comey, man. That's a big win. Comey's better than Pedraza, in my opinion. You think Comey could beat Pedraza?
You slipping right now. Pedraza a 2-time champ. He proved that he's better than Comey by getting his belt back. Tell Comey do that.
All right, what about Comey against the dude that just got knocked out by Ryan Garcia? What you think about that one?
Comey ain't fighting nobody after Jackson sleep his ass, man. See me tonight.
Jackson is not knocking him out, man. If he does beat him, it's not going to be by stopping.
He don't got to knock him out to sleep him. He going to put his ass to sleep by fucking outboxing him. put a lullaby. Listen, we'll see, man. I'm not over here overhyping Comey. No disrespect to Comey, but I mean, it's been a minute since a Ghana fighter has came over here and been dominant, and he ain't been dominant.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. The guy, you're right about that. I mean, let me ask you a question. Do you think he's better? They're different weight classes, but would you rank him in the same level or below? What's the other guy's name that was from Ghana that fought Cotto and Pacquiao?
Clottey?
Clottey.
I think Comey became a champ and Clottey didn't, right? I don't think Clottey was a champ, or maybe he got gifted a top rank belt too, because that's what the fuck they do. Somebody need to put an investigation into top rank in the WBO. It got me fed up already.
Clottey,
do they do that shit in football or basketball or baseball? Like, these dudes literally
they don't make
position.
fake belts. They don't make fake championships.
It ain't even about the fake championship. What they doing is they positioning their next top ranked fighter. So it's like, Burchell, you got the belt, but you can't make weight, so you about to move up. Cool, you vacated, but before you do that, let me call the WBC and make sure we could get 2 top ranked fighters in a vacant for that. So then when you vacate, we gonna get you the next belt above that got vacated, and the dudes that the Shakurs in them, they gonna fight for this. Man, so many fucking vacants on top rank.
You know, at one time the WBO belt at one point didn't even hold any weight because
it don't hold no fucking weight, man. I mean, just in one year.
No, but I don't need it to be undisputed though.
Man, that shit trash.
But
I don't do no
though.
research, but if for that, like I ain't doing no research for this. But I promise you, in 2020 alone, there was like 10 vacant title fights for the WBO. Bet you.
But you need the WBO. Listen, I'm not bigging up that belt. What I'm saying is today you need the WBO belt in order to be considered undisputed. Back then you didn't.
Yeah, they greased enough hands to be fucking recognized, just like the IBO, right? What did WBC say? We've invited the IBO to be part of us multiple times, but they are they're not non-for-profit. They are for-profit.
That's some bullshit. At one point, the main champions was WBA, WBC, and IBF. All that WBO and NABF and all that at one point didn't hold no weight. Oscar had the WBO belt at 160. But that shit didn't even count when he had that robbery over what's his name.
But this the thing. What you think was on the minds of everybody when Mr. McDonald came out and did the McDonald's restaurant? What they said? Oh, we just gonna eat McDonald's? Somebody was ambitious and wanted to compete. Somebody wanted to make a fucking hamburger shop. So Burger King came out, and then Checkers and whoever. And that's what these belts are like. You can't stop it. You know why? Because somebody's always going to eat McDonald's and Burger King. So, okay, you only respect McDonald's belt. I'm going to eat this motherfucking Checkers belt. And it's going to get popular later on. And that's what they all did. None of them shits came out in the same year. And look at them now. They all luxurious to somebody.
Yo, let's backtrack to Loma real quick. If Loma wins, who I believe he's going to win, what do you think is next for him?
I mean, he number one in the WBC. I mean, this is just I think this is more of a tune-up, stay busy than it is.
It's a tough tune-up, though.
It is. It's a real fight. But what I mean in this is like, this is just the in-between. So he doing this until they figure out what's the next big thing for him.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna take somebody soft. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't think he's gonna fight Nakatani and then turn around and fight a Comey. Man, he ain't doing that shit. He 36.
Yeah. I was out of pocket for that. Nakatani and Comey would have been better off.
He gonna look at Bob Arum like, what the fuck you trying to make me do? Go through the ringer, man?
But wasn't Loma going to go back down to 130 after the Teal fight? Remember he was talking about that?
Yeah, but how you going to go back down now that you got your ass whooped? Now you going back down saying, oh, I'm going back down because I'm too small for real. You want to go down on your own terms. You ain't trying to get sent down there like Charlo did.
Yeah, he should go down. But not for nothing, Teal's not giving him that rematch. And I don't blame him because
hell no, I don't blame him.
He messed up their whole plans.
I don't blame
Bob
him
Arum,
either,
I think he's going to see now, too.
Bob
Arum is crazy.
You ain't going to bet against me.
Hold up.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Bob Arum shitted on Crawford, and now he's shitting on Teofimo. He's bugging out. I don't understand this. It's like, and I'm not trying to bring race involved. This is the first time he's ever had like a real good white fighter besides Fury. All his career, he had the Spanish and the blacks. He had Oscar, he had Cotto, he had Mayweather, he even had Tommy Hearns. He had all these Latin and black fighters. Lomachenko, all due respect, doesn't even talk English. Lomachenko is not a bigger star than Terrence Crawford or Teofimo. Those guys knock people out and do backflips and do all types of shit. How is Bob, if anything, Bob Arum should be like, damn, I got a new star on the rise. You know, but he's acting like he's bitter. He's treating this the way that he treated Rigondeaux when Rigondeaux beat Nonito. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah,
when he beat Nonito Donaire, he blackballed him. How you beat? And at the time,
blamed
Nonito
it on
was like
HBO.
top 5 pound for pound.
He blamed it on HBO.
Yo, he was
HBO
top
said he
5.
born.
Yo, he was top 5 pound for pound, and Rigo spanked him. And Nonito gave that dude that I can't wait till he gets exposed. The Japanese dude, the monster, because he gave that dude life and death. And Rigondeaux whipped him out in his prime.
Bruh,
I don't know if you've seen that fight.
Rigo would destroy Inoue, but they waiting for Rigo to get 50 years old, man. Rigo would destroy Inoue. See, he 38 right now or 39, and then he Cuban, so it's fucked up. But
yeah,
you know, he would have been a good fight. But
he got to go back to fighting the Cuban style though, because the last few fights he fought the Mexican style. He was getting touched up too much, man. Rigo needs to go back to boxing that quote unquote boring style, man. He needs to do what he does, man.
That's the networks, champ. That's the networks. They influence these fighters, man. You want to get on TV, you got to be more exciting. And what does that mean? Stand in the pocket and swing, man. Like with Liz Lowe, get in the ring and swing. You know what I'm saying? They influencing these dudes, but Richard Coleman ain't gonna lose tonight. I'll tell you that shit. Let's go out to my champ.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Yo, what's good, TBV?
What
you
up?
Can hear me?
I hear you.
Man, I'm stuck in this traffic jam, man. I was like, let me see the boxing voice on, man. Y'all talking about what's his name? Loma fight?
Lomachenko versus Masayoshi Nakatani as a comeback fight in the summer is what Bob Arum is eyeing.
Yeah, that's a pretty good fight, man. I mean, it's like y'all saying, it's not a tune-up, but it's definitely a good fight if you're gonna stay at this weight. You know what I'm saying? But I say take another young fighter, man. I know Haney been talking trash to him, but you know what I'm saying, like that sound like a good fight afterwards, especially if he, you know what I'm saying, in line for that WBC again. Like Haney's still the champ.
If he fight Haney after, it makes sense because he's the number one in the WBC, so it makes sense. But again, it's just the whole top-ranked DAZN thing.
Yeah, I mean, the last quarter alluded to that, man. I don't know what Bob Arum been on lately, man. Maybe John catching up with him, but
yeah, but everybody being so they like, oh, Bob is wilding, he getting senile. What about Todd DeBuff? Like, he ain't old. Why the fuck he ain't grabbing this bull by the horns like, oh, fams, you got the company looking bad in the media. You can't say that about fighters because other fighters are listening. But they just letting him. I get the whole now. I get the whole he's 80-something.
But I mean, he more the face of the company. You right on that. That's on them.
Listen,
to step
Todd DeBuff could easily talk to his assistant and say, hey, stop scheduling interviews. Slowly stop scheduling so that he doesn't notice, but don't let him talk. Like, what you mean? Like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Especially right now, it's the perfect time to do it, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. We done got some of the best fights in the last century because of Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? But of last century and into the start of this one. But I mean, he way past his prime at this point. You know, he's kind of take a step back, man. You know what I'm saying? But with the Loma thing, man, this always wanted to fight Haney, man. Haney was the first one to call him out. You know what I'm saying? I think he still deserved a shot, but that's really all I got for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little slung because of the, you know what I'm saying, little border wars thing, but I'm still excited, bruh. I done already booked my trip. You know what I'm saying?
From what I hear, there's still possibility, is there not? I mean, didn't he leave that up like open?
Nah, man. Not from what I understand. You know what I'm saying? And this, like I say, it's all good. I actually enjoy the boxing workout and everything and training, so I'm just going to keep with it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can get a little better because I can't lie. You know, what you think, especially as a 42, 43-year-old man, and what your body's able to do ain't always the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So seeing how far I am, where I started, where I am now, and how much further I can progress, I still want to participate, but you know, I'm not going to cry about having a little extra time to train for maybe Border Wars 11. But you know me, man. I'm a Border Wars. I'm a TBV supporter. I'm a Border War supporter. Anything y'all throwing out there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm with. So I'll be there in my classic fashion. You know what I'm saying? As a judge, if y'all need, and just gonna enjoy some time with my TBV community. So you know what I'm saying? It's all good with me, man.
See,
but as I always say,
Jeff
go
says
ahead.
he lives in Canada and that they're lifting the restrictions. I seen that too from T in Toronto. Like Toronto's lifting in February. So I think there is still hope, to be honest, man. So look, this is boxing. You know what I mean? Fights fall apart and then they get put back on. Now, if you wasn't in shape, right? Because you like, oh, he said he wasn't fighting, so I've been taking these double shifts, and now y'all both at Tampa, somebody gonna look like a duck. You know what I'm saying? So just stay in the ring, man. This might be all mind games, man.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like I told Jay Mack, I'm gonna
tell you, he definitely told me that he's still working and that he still might show up. He absolutely told me that. Because I said to him, like, yo, damn, if you ain't gonna fight, at least come, because you already spoiled me. You know, you've been at the last two and helped tremendously. Like the last one, you seen how much he did. So now you not coming all together, that's fucking up the whole production for me, because I've been counting on you for the last two. So for me, it's a blow as well, you know. So I don't know. I'm not writing him off for real, because I mean, all he got to do is whatever he got to do. It's not like he paying for the trip. We pay, not we, but the sponsors is paying for the trip. So I don't know. We'll see.
Like I said, man, I'm gonna keep training, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it happen, it happen. If it don't, it don't. My trip's already booked, so I'm coming either way. You know what I'm saying? So, but as I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because this is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you on Pendejo. And shout out to El Camino.
Ryan O'Rourke, what a jerk. That was funny. He said, yo, Francis is going to help run that ranch and avoid border wars. Damn, shots fired. And that is definitely an inside hardcore joke. Like, you got to follow the spot to know that one. Oh, shit, speaking of knowing that one, I know this guy knows that one.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pitch and let 9 go. We slap with the big glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
What the hell? Done dropped them. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? What the hell? Brandon done kicked me out my own call, man. What's up with y'all? Oh, how y'all gonna kick me out the call, man? What up, Brandon?
Nah, brother, the whole call dropped. But hey, did you see that article I posted in the chat, in the Skype chat? Is that a reputable website?
Let me see. I haven't checked anything. Not in Skype this morning.
Yeah, man.
Let me check.
It's in the 15 and up group. It's a Manny Pacquiao article about Crawford.
Let me see. Skype. Boom. Yo, the thing is, Pacquiao be talking to mad nondescript websites from Philippines, man, so it's hard to know. Nowboxing.com? I never heard of them.
They claim they interviewed him. He's talking about 40 million for him, 10 for Crawford. Like you might want to research them and see what you can find out. But he's saying that's his main. According to that article, they saying that's what Pacquiao said his main priority is for fighting next is Crawford, and he wants 40 million, and he talking about giving Bud 10. That's a 50 million pot. 40 for him, 10 for Crawford. That's like an 80-20 split. I don't know how Bud feel about an 80-20 split. This nigga ain't even got a belt anymore. But as far as the topic, yeah, that's a good comeback fight for Lomachenko, man. I don't think it'll be an easy
but
fight.
it says Pacquiao revealed to the Daily Tribune. So this article is quoting another article. So we need the link to the Daily Tribune to see which Daily Tribune, first of all.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a good little topic probably for another day or something. That's damn 40 to 10. I don't know if my pride will let me take 10 million on you getting 40, man. That's a big ass gap. But yeah, as far as the topic, yeah, I think Loma, I think it'll be a tough fight, similar to like the Pedraza or Luke Campbell fights. He ain't gonna knock this dude out, but he should be able to outbox him in a close 7-5, 8-4 type of fight. And after that, I agree, man. If you're going to stay at 135, go ahead and fight Devin. But we got this, unofficial Cold War with these networks. But Devin's contract is up in April, so maybe he, leaves the zone and takes a Haley fight on ESPN, bounce around like Mikey does. So other than that, man, yeah, it's a cool get-back fight for Loma. And stop disrespecting the WBO, man. Put some respect on the WBO, bro. All them sanctioning bodies fucked up. They ain't no worse than any of the other ones.
Bruh, WBO got more vacant titles under their belt than anybody, man. They forever all they champions win their titles vacantly, man. Shit, whack.
They all fucked up. The IBF got the worst fucking mandos.
No, listen. IBF got the best mandatories. Let's not play.
They got the worst.
How? They make sure the real mandatory gets a shot. They don't do what the WBC do.
Look at that nigga Golovkin just fought. Look at Earl's fucking Otampos.
Yeah, but that's what I'm champ. That's what I'm telling you. They don't let a popular name jump over another name. If you are that guy, you are that guy. The only discrepancy in the last, let's say, 10 years that I can remember is the Sean Porter shit. When Sean Porter lost to Kell Brook, they dropped him beyond the top 15. That's disrespectful. How you the champion loses to the number one and he gets dropped out of the top 15. But other than that, bruh, if you are mandatory, like Abdurakhorov could have had his shot and he said no, remember? Like they don't play.
I agree. I'm saying the way they rank, the motherfuckers they be having that number one. Like, how the fuck did they get there?
Bro,
that's what I'm saying.
Because boxing is international. So you could fight somebody else in Ghana who's ranked and is gonna get you ranked. Like that's just the way it go. Boxing don't only happen in America with the fighters that fight on American television. Dude, look at Formella. Formella was ranked and we ain't never seen him till Tolani Minge. Or Mengbenge, or whatever the fuck you pronounce his last name.
I always say like the WBO, that's the Bob belt. Then the WBA, give everybody a fucking belt. IBF.
Nah, that ain't the Bob belt, because remember, that's both Bob and Frank Warren. Frank Warren look, he motherfucking got Anthony Yard a title shot without fighting anybody.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they more the same than the WBC. They loyalty lies with whoever paying them the most at the time. So they all got their issues, man. Stop disrespecting the Bud belt though.
Alright.
And the Steve and the Fulton belt now. Yeah, Fulton got one. He a PBC fighter. Put some respect on that.
Alright, man. Listen, we gotta get rid of all of them and make one, we use the WBC because it looked the best and people love it the most. And then we use the IBF's mandatory rules because the WBC don't know how to handle mandatories. And they start making interims and medallions and nah. The IBF, you ain't fighting your mandatory, give me your motherfucking belt. You see they stripped Canelo. You see Golovkin had to drop that belt because they don't play no games. Oh, you don't want to fight that mandatory because you never heard of him? That's not our fucking problem. Give me my belt. That's the one that we need to be the mandatory. They need to be in charge of that. WBA, we don't even need it. They've already disrespected us too long. They keep making belts. They the only one with a gold belt. Then they got the interim belt. Then they got the regular belt. Then they got the super belt. And you know, we just found out that fucking Thomas Lamana won the WBA Fedicon belt. Like, man, they got too many fucking belts, man. They the ones that need to go. They need to go. Replace them with the IBO. Let's go. Fulton had that belt too. You know what I'm saying? Replace their ass because they the ones fucking up, man. They the ones fucking up. But we going out to Mr. Top Rank himself. What up, champ?
I won't deny it.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Come with me. Hail Mary, one quick seed. What do we have here?
Yo, good morning. That's what's going on.
What up, champ? Been a
Everything-
minute, been a
good
minute,
stuff,
man.
Good.
Been a minute. I see you calling in because we talking two top-ranked fighters, but that's okay. I just love to hear from you.
Hey, man, I've been wanting to call in. I've been trying. The timing hasn't been perfect, but today was perfect, man. I was like, oh, I got to get on real quick. And then, yeah, man, I want to talk about, man, this is a great fight to hear. I know it's not official, but if it does, it's going to be great. Just like the Burchelt versus Vargas, man. I mean, that's a barn burner, you know what I mean? That's grab a 12-pack and watch a great boxing match, and then so that's going to be great. But I want to say a few things, man, because I want to remind everybody, Jose Ramirez fought Maurice Hooker, man. That was on Dazn. And Jose Ramirez is definitely a top-ranked gem, right? You know what I mean? And Bob Arum did that business there. And then Fury, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. I mean, everyone, and that was 2 fights that Top Rank did. And then, so I want to make sure everyone stays optimistic about that kind of business. But then also, I wanted to point out, you was talking about the vacant titles and everything. I just wanted to say, let's not forget Ugas, and he did fight for a vacant title, and let's not forget Gervonta Davis' title he holds. That was also a vacant title. What you think, Nat?
Yeah, I said that I guarantee if someone does the research, the WBO held more vacant title matches in 2020 than any other sanctioning body. That's what I said. So, you know, somebody got to do the research, but I just feel that way. You know, it's always like a vacant title fight with these dudes. It's always, you know, someone's vacating and someone else is fighting for the same belt. Like, oh, I'm moving up. I can't make the weight. Oh, so you're going to fight for my belt. And then I'm going to drop my belt. And so what we seen in 2020 that I remember for sure is Valdez started it, right? Valdez said, I'm moving up. So then Shakur, so he vacated. So that's one vacate. So then Shakur said, oh, I'm going to move up and fight for your belt. So he moved up, vacated, and fought for his belt. And then Navarrete became champ because he fought for Shakur's belt. Now Navarrete just moved up and vacated the fucking belt. And another top rank. Come on, dog. Like, if you can't see that, it's just disgusting. Actually, if I pull up the rankings, I'll get all their names correctly. It's disgusting what they did, bro. It is, honestly. You know what I mean? They just gave everybody. Look, the one that they lost was the Shakur belt. I mean, Navarrete belt, because he moved up and Fulton won that belt, right? But if Conlon was worth the discussion, they would have put their bid in the hat. But they know Conlon couldn't beat Fulton. So that's why it wasn't Fulton. It was always Leo and Fulton. But remember, the 22-pound, Shakur vacates, Navarrete wins. Now Navarrete vacates, and now guess what? Navarrete's now the 126-pound champ, which Shakur was. You know? So now he's a 2-time. And Shakur got to move up and vacate his belt, and now he wants to fight for Valdez's old 130 that Herring got. Like, man, it's crazy, bruh. It's just crazy.
Right, but check this out, Ness. Last week, or I think it was last week, you had Keith Thurman on the line. Here he is, a professional fighter. He two-time champion, everything. He said that he respects people that fight for the vacant title because they have put themselves in that position. So my point is, whether they were Top Rank or whoever, the fighters has put themselves in that position. How can we be mad at them?
Because that's what I'm explaining. The fighters ain't doing shit, man. It's a strategical miracle round. You don't see it? One Top Rank fighter vacates, so then the other vacates so that he could become two-time. So look at your man. He's about to fight for a belt.
Who?
Valdez, he vacated. Look, he was supposed to fight Shakur. What don't you get? And he said no. And Top Rank said no. You move up. We'll get you a fight with Burchell, our other fighter. And now Shakur, who wanted to fight allegedly in the media, right? He's all on his soul. I want Valdez. Valdez vacates. Shakur got to fight for a vacant title, right? Now Shakur vacates.
Mm-hmm.
Now Shakur vacates that belt. He didn't even defend it.
But you got to remember.
He had a non-title defense
there's other things
during
involved.
the bubble. There ain't nothing involved. It's a master plan by the fucking promoter to make sure everyone becomes a champion and keep building the popularity of the fighter while maintaining that belt in-house. They are positioning each of their fighters. Now Navarrete is a two-time champion.
That's business.
It's business. They own that sanctioning body. Y'all want us to respect it, but they own it.
Hey, one more thing. Everyone always talking shit about Bud Crawford, saying that he hasn't fought anybody, that his resume is shit. But yeah, if you go to Google, anybody could go to Google and check net worth. Terrence Crawford is worth $8 million. Sean Porter is worth $5 million, and Spence is worth $7 million. So if Crawford isn't fighting anybody, how is he getting paid more than all the other welterweights?
Bro, that's exactly.
So why would he not stay with Top Rank?
That's exactly what I said. Why do you think he keeps re-ing up? He ain't got to fight nobody worth a sweat. He ain't got to fight nobody that's a threat. And he getting paid $3 and $5 million guaranteed. Of course he ain't re-upping, bruh. You answered your own fucking question. Y'all say he want undisputed, but he over there fighting bums for fucking millions and millions of dollars. Of course he ain't gonna fucking re-sign up with nobody else, man. Y'all tripping.
It's just like he told Spence, let's bet $1 million. Why Spence talking about $100K? Crawford's confidence is there, bro.
But he's saying let's bet $1 million on a fight that'll never happen. When is it gonna happen? Tell us.
Man, that I don't know.
All right then. So guess what, Alex? Me and you could bet $1 million. You know why we could bet $1 million? Because I ain't never gotta fucking produce the $1 million. I don't never gotta produce it because then the fight ain't never happening. So you never gotta know, do I got $1 million? I can sound confident that I'm willing to bet $1 million because the fight ain't happening. If the fight is happening,
they do have
and you still want to bet $1 million, then show me that shit. Show me that tough guy shit. How many fighters we don't see? How many fighters we don't see do throughout the build-up? Like, yo, bet your purse. I'ma bet my purse. We betting our purse. Even Chavez, old bum ass, did that shit. Oh, I'ma bet my whole fucking purse. And all of a sudden, his father stepped in last 7 days of the promotion. Nah, he ain't betting his purse. Come on, dog. Don't give me that fake shit. That's clout chasing. Cause they clout chasing. You ain't gonna fucking bet. And you ain't gonna bet your purse, and you ain't gonna do shit but be happy that you got the fight. And that's for both fighters. But they ain't betting shit, man. That's all gas.
When people talk about Top Rank, why do people stay with Top Rank? Top Rank pays.
They
period.
Getting paid.
You got Jose Ramirez out here.
Alex, I'm explaining to you why they staying with Top Rank. Navarrete ain't fought a motherfucking soul besides Dog Bay, who, remember, Dog Bay was an overnight success. He was a tune-up for Magdaleno, okay? Of course I'm going to stay with Top Rank. You just made me a 2-time champion and I ain't had to do nothing? I actually won my world title with a beer belly. You forgot that? You forgot Navarrete body?
What are you talking about, Dog Bay? That was an upset. Yeah, that was an upset.
I'm talking about when Navarrete beat Dog Bay, he had a beer
Oh,
belly
okay.
because he wasn't even training. You know what I'm saying? And Dog Bay wasn't supposed to beat Magdaleno. Magdaleno was signed to Top Rank from the beginning. Magdaleno was the better Magdaleno. Jesse was the better Magdaleno.
Of course.
Okay. His loss was an upset.
Yeah, nobody mentions Diego.
Dog Bay wasn't even supposed to happen. He wasn't even supposed to be a name. He became a name, and because Top Rank is the machine, he became a name when he got the upset win. But he ain't fucking nobody, and he wasn't nobody. They turning him into somebody. They seen his potential. Now he's with Barry Hunter, and now he's on the comeback trail. But he was a tune-up that went wrong.
And Top Rank has exactly the machine. They got the number one ESPN network. That's the number one sports in the world.
Exactly.
And that's who's backing them.
But
you know
the problem is this, right? ESPN has been the home for sports for a long time. So you guys, Top Rank fighters, they get in the recognition. And they got the shoulder programming, right? They got all the sports centers and the first talks and the curb your horn or whatever the fuck they call it, to keep building
around the corner. Around the horn.
Yeah, some shit like that. Keep building the potential fight. But at the end of the day, Fox do better numbers than y'all. When push come to shove, it's Fox doing 2 million with Plant versus dudes y'all says are bums, right? Like people don't like that Plant fought Uztatagi, Mike Lee, and now Caleb Truax. But Plant has consistently done over 1.5 million every fucking time he fights.
But that
and
right
the last
there
one,
is different
and the
stats
last
because
one,
Fox is free, ESPN is not.
The last one they did,
that's premium cable,
and that's cool. The last one they did, he did 2 million, right? He got closer to 2 than he did to 1 point something. So I'm just saying, man. And look, and there's no big eyes and little U's, man. People got it confused. Like PBC's doing the same thing with the WBA now. They are just late though. Can we agree that what the WBO and Top Rank, they've been in bed forever. PBC is now just starting to sleep with the WBA. This ain't no long-term relationship. This just started. Will it turn into a long-term relationship? Probably. Because most of their fighters are now regulars and supers and interim, but they only are looking at Top Rank and say, fuck, we need to get with somebody. These dudes got somebody. No matter what, a Top Rank fighter gonna get a vacant title shot. Somehow, some way. If a belt get vacated, somehow, some way that fight that belt lands with a Top Rank fighter. So fuck it. We need to have a friend too. And they became Gilberto Mendoza's friend. But they only following Top Rank.
PBC just got created.
No, they ain't get creative.
How long has PBC been in existence?
Oh yeah. I thought you meant creative.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just started, man.
No.
I mean, look, the actual company started what, 2-3 years ago, maybe, or is that Dazn?
Right.
Maybe PBC got like 5 years. Maybe they started in 2012.
Maybe time's been flying. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe time is flying.
Yeah, it seems like 3 to 5.
Because PBC, I know Dazn already got 2 years, man. I mean, boxing department, you know what I mean? They already got 2 years. But anyway, let me let you go,
and you
Alex.
can't be
I got
mad at the
somebody
business.
behind you, man.
All right, man. Thanks for the time, Ness.
No prob. We're going out to King Amin in Essex. Buenos dias.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Top of the morning.
What a do?
Yo, if I'm hearing that Loma and Nakatani is on the horizon, I think it's a good fight to watch, but I feel like Loma gonna come in there and dancing and picking them apart. So it's gonna, the worst part about it will be, and this is how I don't want to be wrong, would it be for a title? Is that what I'm hearing, or is that just something else?
Nah. This ain't for no title. Not so far. It's
Okay.
not. They haven't said anything like that.
Okay. Nah. Well, other than that, man, I think it would be an alright fight. I mean, it's for Loma. It ain't for Nakatani. That fight don't line up too good because, again, I've been throwing Nakatani in the ring against Ryan Garcia. And I feel like Ryan Garcia Nakatani give Ryan Garcia some problems simply because of some of the issues he's had with being hit, by what some would consider be lesser than tough opponents. And then the fact that he was a tough fight, for Brooklyn, people want to say it's because he had some personal shit, whatever. Then what he did to Verdejo, Nakatani, that's what I'm saying. But I think the style it doesn't benefit Nakatani because he'd be trying to chase him down and batter him, and he's not going to find those same opportunities. Or maybe he could.
I think he will, because Loma is going to take Loma a few rounds to realize the length of Nakatani, and with that length, he'll be able to cut the distance easier, in my opinion.
So maybe this is a good plate from Top Rank because either they serving Loma up like hell and making Nakatani a star, or they bringing Loma back to stardom. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a good fight regardless. Yeah, regardless, I just think it's a very, very good fight. It is decent. I like it. And it's good because, no one can say it's not a good fight because there were so many people telling Bill Haney, hey, why don't you fight Nakatani? Tell your son to fight Nakatani. So if Bob could give it to Loma, we shouldn't have an issue.
Yeah, Nakatani announced himself, man. Shout out to him, man. He's doing good out here, man.
Sure is.
Yo, man. Great show, man. Do your thing, Ness. I'm out.
Appreciate you, champ. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We might be back with the Border Wars show just to get back on track. Remember, Border Wars is March 13th. It's going down right here in Florida, the city of Northport, at Kid Kelly Boxing and Fitness. I still haven't been to the gym, so we don't have a capacity count, and I can't do the pre-sale on the tickets, but we will be doing that, and we still have time to do so, so don't worry. But it looks like we have number one captain of the Loma fan club calling in. It's Rue in the 504. Rue, how are you? Rue. I don't hear you. What is going on? What you gonna do? Hey, somebody say, yo, whose beat is that? That's Jemmy, man. Jemmy on the track. Yeah, Rue, call back in, bro. I don't hear you, man. What's up with that? I'm gonna go to Lids Low in the meantime, see if it's something that's up with you, or is it me, or is it you, or is it me?
Get your ass in the ring and
Ain't
swing,
no
man.
boxing motherfucker like this.
BoxingWiz.com.
Hey, Daddy.
Boxing thinking man.
This a dollar beat.
Skill. Up here. You gotta get out and think of motherfucker. That's what
BoxingWiz.com.
TBV was happening, man.
What up?
Man, everything coach on this side of the earth, you dig? I just make my shit real quick, Ness. I'ma throw this out there. Hey, Lomo might be getting that rematch with Tio. That's all I'ma say. I'ma leave it there, and I'ma catch you at the next call, Chief.
All right. So no Rue in the 504. He dipped off. Let me see. I guess he couldn't connect. Shout out Lids Low from Baldy in the chat. Shout out to Baldy, man. Yo, let me get to these super chats. That's why I probably don't get enough super chats, because I always forget to mention them. Ivan G says, I would love to see Loma Garcia. So you mean Ryan Garcia? I mean, yeah. Yeah, why not? Loma's still 32. I thought he was 36. He's 32, man. He could do it. We got another one from Mad Bent in Kansas. Shout out Mad Bent. Says Nakatani steamrolls Loma. Loma not getting back. He goes on his back. The hype is done. Wow. Okay. Buffalo Falls. Davidian, what it do? Bless.
Yo, what's good? Can you hear me okay?
We hear
What's
you.
good,
We hear
Ness?
you.
Man, that's a good little scrap. I mean, I hope it's not set in stone, is it? Not yet, at least. I mean, I would love to see that fight. Because, Loma would have to overcome that height, you know. Um, Nakatani actually pretty good. Especially his, last fight. How he came back on, I forget the other cat's name, but how he came back was pretty impressive, so. He could definitely scrap. So that's a good fight. I'll watch it. So hopefully they make that happen. He's still fairly young. He got a lot of miles on him, that being Loma, but yeah, great show and God bless you. Yes.
Thank you, brother. Yo, I just realized Oscar Valdez and Burchell are fighting on next Saturday, bro. And damn, I went and applied for that fight in Orlando, though. You know what I mean? To cover the Melissa Odessa card. Edgar Berlanga is gonna be there. There's gonna be a couple celebrities over there, and it's that Havoc first card in Orlando at that casino. And now I'm like, damn, man, I'm gonna miss doing a Burchell Valdez live fight chat because that's gonna be a little bomb burner. You know what I mean? I wasn't excited like when they announced it because you know what you're getting. You're gonna get two dudes wailing on each other, but now that that's like a week away, you definitely want to see those two dudes wailing on each other. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to miss that. So shit. That was some double booking right there, man. But I want to stay on the ground, man, and definitely if Berlanga's there, we got to get good with Berlanga because his time is coming, and we want to be able to interview him when he gets a big fight. We got him on the show once, and I'll be honest, it's been difficult since. When people rise and stardom that quickly, it's like, they don't need you, so. Those doors or windows of opportunity to build the relationship with that fighter close rapidly. So yeah, man, I want to go out there, at least talk to him in person, get to know him, also show some support for Dre. I hope one day Havoc can do the Border Wars uniforms, you know what I mean? So one hand washes the other. I got to go out there, support their card. And we get to see Melissa Odessa Parker in person, see how good she is, Word. So Majid in Orlando, what up? You going into that card, or you gonna be watching these firefights from home?
Nah, I'm gonna be shoveling this snow. They be paying me like around 3,000 and some change a week, or maybe more. So I'm throwing snowballs out here.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yes, sir. If Lomachenko fighting that Nakatani or whatever, I like it. The one thing I was thinking about though, on something that don't even got nothing to do with it. Once this fight get made, what Bill Haney gonna say? I love to hear him after this. But yeah, man, that's all I got, dog. Oh yeah, everybody like the video, subscribe to Patreon and YouTube members for some, and get those likes, help them reach the next goal. But yeah, man, that's all I got for now.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, speaking of next goal, man, let me see where we at. Jesus, man, I'm so upset. I'm upset. I can't get to 118,000. What is next? We still at 117,752 subscribers. So we need about 250 more to get to that next goal of 118,000. And man, it's been pretty slow, which is whack, man. A little bit defeating. You want to be able to flow like water. You know what I mean? So hopefully we get those numbers up. I've been having a lot on the plate. Definitely momentum slowed up with the move, and that put a hamper on things. But we grinding, T. We grinding, man. Thank you. He says he respects the grind, and I mean, look, it's a grind, but it's also a passion, man. You know, it's a passion. So I wake up wondering what's out there to talk about because I love the sport. Ignorant Boxing, man. I just want to say thanks for yesterday's super chat you sent with the dancing pear emoji saying keep it up. You know, thank you for that. I'm going to go ahead and cut out. It's pretty much over, but like I said, we'll be back with some Border Wars talk in a little bit when the fellas possibly wake up. I don't know. And that's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Peace.